Also, what I've come to realize is when you accept praise from people, you have to be able to accept criticism from them as well. So if you're not a person like me who can handle criticism or who is used to being publicly criticized on a large scale, then it's definitely gonna feel like a curse. A bitch ain't gonna with me. And my thing is, I'm the nicest person in the world. I'm the nicest person in the world. I will negotiate. I will, okay, you ain't like it. Well, what can we work out? But bitch, you making posts. You doing the most. You will never get your money back, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Because of what I've accomplished for myself, given the challenges that I faced in life, I am the GOAT. I am the greatest of all time in my own aspect.
What does Airbnb investor Janay White have in common with recently disgraced Breakfast Club DJ Envy and recently indicted millionaire influencer Ashley Grayson? Well, it's currently being alleged Jacksonville, Florida influencer Janay White is involved in a real estate Ponzi scheme. And it's also being alleged that she swindled her clients out of a whopping $100,000 of their hard-earned money, with promises of a greater return if they were willing to invest into her turnkey Airbnb business venture.
So there's probably so many people out there that don't know about this that have been scammed. We believe it's well over $1 million right now, guys. Between me and 3 other investors, it's over 150K, and that's just 4 of us, guys, and there's at least 50 right now.
Just like Ashley Grayson, Janay White used status and influence to engage her followers who hoped with her mentoring, they could achieve the same business results.
On my brand and how to really grow my brand and get my brand out there. And so I'm really excited. Like, I really wish I could keep her here for like another week.
But I can stay here.
But I know even from just today, like, I already have a really good start on growing my brand, growing my business.
Hello and welcome to Who Am I to Judge, the only channel that provides a deep dive investigation from a professional investigative perspective. The story of Janay White is a little tricky because it was exposed in early October and it's literally unfolding in real time. So this is exclusive information being brought to you by my channel, Who Am I to Judge. But before diving in, can I please get you to hit the subscribe button and notification bell? Because trust, things are beginning to heat up, and I can literally tell you, you do not want to miss not 1 minute. Being that this is the first episode of this series, we're going to start at the very beginning of Janay's career, before the controversy.
So I actually used to work 2 jobs. One of the jobs that I used to work was the Department of Children and Families. I used to work there for over 10 years and I was a social worker. Worked in many different departments. So I was a child protective investigator, a fraud investigator, a public assistance caseworker. So basically I had to help people, and all of the people that I would help would look like me.
Janay White had a humble start before her career taking off at the age of 36. She's originally from Jacksonville, Florida, and she claims she was a homeless mother of 2 prior to becoming the owner of 46 Airbnb properties. She claims in a recent Facebook post that she's currently working on expanding her Airbnb property to Texas.
So I know that I don't live in Houston. I don't live in Tampa. I don't know people there like that to trust them with my business with hundreds of thousands of dollars in liability. So I only do business where I live, where I've made the connections, where if something goes wrong, me or my team member can get to that unit.
Janay is also the proud owner of J. White Construction, Inc., a certified vendor in the state of Florida, and she's in the production of building affordable housing properties for single mothers who are first-time home buyers in the Jacksonville, Florida area. She claims she hopes her efforts will not only assist the less fortunate, but also will revitalize poverty-stricken areas in her hometown. As of today, Janay White allegedly owns a total of 8 successful businesses, a hair salon, and a not-for-profit organization.
So I have been in business, not the credit business, but I've been in business legally for 6 years. My oldest business, people don't know this, is actually my concrete business. That's my oldest baby. So I've owned the concrete business since 2016. So the concrete business, like I said, it's my first baby. And I literally started operating it because my children's father used to work for a concrete company, right?
And she also worked at UPS as a revenue auditor. Janay also moonlighted as a secretary for her kid's father, working after hours while she assisted him in achieving his dreams of self-employment. Side note, I don't know how she could be homeless and middle class at the same time, but that's her story, and who am I to judge? Janay White claimed her credit repair company happened by chance due to her attempting to raise her own credit score in an effort to purchase real estate. Once she began the field of credit repair, she claimed she began to assist others with their credit repair journey, and they were willing to pay her to fix their credit. And before you knew it, or before she knew it, she went from living paycheck to paycheck, and then 3 months later, she became the owner and operator of Janay White Credit University.
It's Raven of Raven Creates here at the Janay White Credit University. Janay and her team are amazing. I walked in 10 minutes later, I'm getting approved for credit cards, all that stuff. It's a very reputable business and I highly recommend it.
She eventually quit her 2 jobs because she began to secure an unbelievable 6 to 7 figure salary annually from her hard work and dedication to credit education in the Florida Duval County area. Now, you're probably wondering, like myself, when I began deep diving this topic, how does someone so loved in the Jacksonville, Florida area become public enemy number 1?
But I think a good part of that is I have a nonprofit. Right now I have the J. White CDC, which means that I want funds from the government, the community, whoever. I want to switch to a foundation. I want to have the J. White Foundation, which means that I fund that out of my own pocket. So anything that I would do would be self-funded through my foundation. And I would be able to help so many people without them paying for the assistance. So that is my short-term goal, is to be able to give back to my community by the droves even more and not have to wait on, anybody to assist me in doing that.
After becoming a member of Jacksonville, Florida's Who's Who, Janay began to experience the luxuries of the local rich and famous. She claimed to not only be able to buy the finest vehicles and clothing, but she also became recognizable to the upper-class members of the Jacksonville high society.
Just want to shout out Jay White, doing your thing in Jacksonville. Duval going crazy. It's your boy, Rotimi.
She frequented multiple high-profile functions and was even able to establish herself on multiple community boards. Janay White was even recognized by prominent civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who dedicated one of his Instagram posts to her. She was featured on local news stations such as News 4 Jax, and that's Jax with an X at the end, River City Live.
Together to support local businesses. So we have Janay White of Janay White Credit University, and we are so excited to talk to you about a friend that's not only a friend of our show, but also a friend of Janay White Credit University, which is ViStar. So thank you guys both so much for joining me today.
She frequently spoke to the Jacksonville community about credit education, and she also frequented many public schools in the area, speaking to children in the community about credit importance. Her good deeds even got her recognized by the top morning show in America, Good Morning America, where she's scheduled to guest appear on their nationally syndicated broadcast in early 2024. But as I always love to say, more money, more problems, and the shit was about to hit the fan regarding Janay White, her colleagues, Alex Feliciano, Torry James, and their alleged fraud company, J. White Enterprises, and their alleged Airbnb real estate Ponzi scheme.
So basically, I have built a great relationship with this company, and they've basically written me a blank check that I can get as many Airbnbs that I want. These are the kind of opportunities that I'm affording to my community to get on board. But everything has to make sense.
On October 8th, a group of private investors who bought into Janay White's turnkey Airbnb venture came together and began to expose their dissatisfaction with the quality of her work. Once Janay's private investors began to compare documents, they began to suspect fraud, as it seemed a lot of their documents were copy and paste material. The biggest red flag was after comparing notes, they all realized the only person who benefited from their $10,000 per turnkey Airbnb investment was Janay White's company, J. White Enterprises.
Nobody deserved this. Her and her team definitely deserve to pay and be responsible for what they've done. It has been a very long fight, but thank God for all of the support, and I can't tell you guys thank you enough. You guys have definitely helped get the word out. You guys have definitely helped families figure out that they're not alone. Janay will pay for everything that she's done.
Shortly after private investors began joining forces, they began a public Facebook group that grew from 3 members to an unbelievable 6,000 members in less than a month. And they all wanted one thing: payback and refunds for the money that they invested into Janay White.
I don't think her team knew what they were doing. I think that they were taught what to do, and they just got greedy, and that's really what the ultimate thing is. And I've learned a hard lesson, guys. I believed in a lot of what Janay had and stood for. I agreed with people that were around me. I believed what she was doing for the community, which is why I gave her $56,000, guys. I did trust her, as so did a lot of people with successful businesses.
Janay is claiming she has been completely transparent with her investors, stating she never guaranteed a return on their investment. However, many investors claim they never benefited at all, with many being billed and owing Janay money because they were in the red monthly from their turnkey Airbnb property investments.
Somebody just said, do you make the money? How do you make the money? You make the money from when people book your unit. You get 100% of the profit with my company. However, that you also are going to be responsible for 100% of the loss if your unit is in the red that month. I cannot give you 100% of the profit and then I also take 100% of the loss. That makes no sense. I'm not making any money from your unit. You're using my business to get into an industry that otherwise you probably wouldn't be able to get in Jacksonville, Florida.
This video is a Facebook Live Janay posted when she first began her turnkey Airbnb venture, and she began soliciting general public for $10,000 to become private investors. Janay claims she began her Airbnb business in 2021 with 26 Airbnbs located in the Jacksonville, Florida area. Janay claims she rented her units to Jacksonville Jaguar NFL players as well as military members stationed in the area.
I run background checks. So all of my units are luxury units. They're the top of the line. They're next to hospitals. They're next to the best schools. I have some at the beach. My units are truly luxury units. Last year, I had several Jaguar players staying in my units.
A bullshit? A bullshit?
This year, I probably had about 10 stay so far this season. So that was cut greatly. I do have the military coming to stay in some of my units in January so far. But again, I don't like to count my chickens before they hatch.
Upon private investors signing a contract and agreeing to invest into Janay's Airbnb properties, she forced them to sign an NDA, and Janay was 100% in control of all the Airbnb properties.
Once you do a consultation and you pay us and you sign your contract and your NDA, you are agreeing that once I'm agreeing to move forward, there is no moving back. So please be very sure about what you're doing. Is the turnkey being ran by your company, or am I going to be trained on how to take over? It's completely going to be ran by my company. So I went to all the people that I had built relationships with, these millionaires and billionaires, and I told them, hey, what can we do? Now my people have a problem. I want to provide them a solution. So they posed a suggestion. They said, we know that you have all these things going on. We know that you mentor people, that you coach people. You are able to secure more units because we have that relationship with you. So if you want to get more units under your business name and you're responsible for these people, then that's a way that you can bridge the gap. But we do not want to do business directly with anybody else when it comes to Airbnb.
This is a list of what private investors got for their $10,000. A personal consultation prior to investing. All Airbnb properties would be listed under Janay's business name, J. White Enterprises. Investors would receive a 1, 2, or 3 bedroom unit, depending on availability, provided through an apartment complex she's currently partnered with. They have no houses available. It's apartment style only. Janay's bottom line goal was for her investors to make money monthly. Their units will be furnished with rented furniture provided by her team. Her company will list their units on Airbnb.com and manage all units monthly. However, Janay claimed investors could personally promote their own unit if they chose to. And all additional services like add-ons or coaching would be available, but at an additional cost.
I've been in the Airbnb industry for about 2 years. I've built an excellent reputation. I have an excellent team. I have a team that I use to acquire the actual unit. I have a team that furnishes the unit. I have a team that pays the electric, cable bill, utilities, any kind of utilities. They get it turned on for me. And I also have a team that moves in the furniture and furnishes everything for me. Oh yeah, we also have a team of cleaners.
Now, this is what happens once they sign their contracts. They're locked into a 12-month lease and there's absolutely no refunds. Investors are responsible for paying all incidentals outside of what's mentioned in the contract. 100% of the monthly profit belongs to the investor. However, there's no guarantee investors will make a monthly profit.
So now let's talk business. You pay me the $10K, what happens next? I have to acquire you the unit. I have to get the lights turned on. I have to get furniture moved in. I have to get pots, pans set up. I have to create a listing. What I also have learned is that I don't know if the internet makes me look like a genie or makes it look like I'm going to snap my fingers and things are going to be done. But it takes time for these things to happen. So there is going to be a time period that you don't hear from us.
Janay claimed the bottom line goal was for all of her Airbnb investors to, in 12 months, recoup their $10,000 they paid into the investment plus additional profits.
If you don't trust me, please don't give me your money. Please don't. If you don't trust my team, do not give me your money. You can't give somebody your money, then want to build trust with them. That is not how investments work. That is not how Airbnb works. I am the best of the best at what I do. My team is the best of what they do. We have made a lot of money in Airbnb.
Janay White further solidified her business credibility, assuring investors that she was in the process of securing a contract with an airline to assist in guaranteeing investors Airbnbs would be fully occupied for at least 6 months.
Should have a contract with an airline where I have all 40 of my units occupied for at least 6 months. You get started by calling Alex. Alex Feliciano, he's doing consultations all night. His phone number, you can either text him at my business number, which is 904-116. I'm also going to post his personal number after the live. If you go on any of my pages, Facebook or Instagram, you can inbox Alex. You can find his personal number. It starts with the 801.
As of today, numerous partners have gotten local law enforcement involved, as well as some pursuing civil lawsuits seeking to recoup their financial loss due to Janay White's deceptive business practices.
I need every victim of Janay White's schemes to go ahead and email the address that I provided for the state attorney. This is checkmate for Janay in the long run.
The most challenging part is just dealing with people. You can have the best intentions in the world. You can have a pure heart as well as they can as well. However, dealing with different personalities, dealing with different mindsets, dealing with, different backgrounds and past experience, it just sometimes makes things harder than they should be. And I'm going to talk like this because it's 12 o'clock at night. And I apologize, but y'all got me fucked up. Y'all got me fucked all the way to fuck up. Now, I've been being quiet because we're going to handle this shit, and we're going to handle this shit legally. We're going to handle this shit legally.
After cussing everybody out on her Facebook Live last weekend, she did swallow her pride and issue the following statement. Hello, everyone. I'm reaching out to you with a heart full of gratitude for your ongoing support and to address some concerns that have surfaced recently on social media. As many of you know, I've dedicated my career to empowering individuals through financial literacy, credit restoration, and helping aspiring entrepreneurs find success in investment ventures. Your trust and faith in me and for my services has been the cornerstone of my journey as J. White Enterprises. I deeply empathize with anyone facing difficulties as their concerns are my concerns. My commitment to every client's success has always been and remains unwavering. I want to say again how much I am committed, along with my dedicated team, to delivering exceptional services and support. We are diligently keeping an eye on these unfolding events. It is important to recognize that the nature of investment, whether in credit or real estate, carries inherent risk. The recent slowdown in certain markets has been unexpected and unprecedented, affecting many beyond our community. While I cannot speak to specific client interactions due to confidentiality agreements, every strategy, advice, or service offered through J. White Enterprises is designed with the goal of empowering and benefiting our clients. To everyone in our community, your unwavering support means the world to me. Your stories of success and transformation are what inspire me every day, and I'm here to support each of you, as always. Thank you for your trust, your support, and your belief in what we do. Together, we are strong, and together, we will continue to strive towards financial empowerment, success for everyone. Meanwhile, while she was cussing everybody out last weekend, I think I might be included in the bunch because I recently posted her live as a reel as well as a short on YouTube and on Instagram, and it is blowing up, child. But who am I to judge? Sorry, girl. Not really. As I research and deep dive this topic, I am witnessing many companies and organizations, including River City Live, are removing themselves and their affiliation from Janay White and Janay White Enterprises.
If you have a complaint against Janay White, you can file a report with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. We have information on how to do that on our website. Just go to news4jax.com and look for this story under the iTeam section.
Okay, so some quick updates to this video. As I worked on the video and I further researched and deep dived, I realized a couple of things that I want to point out. For one, the reason why investors are super pissed off with her is because she obviously took their money and misused it. However, she took their money and she spent it on Beyonce tickets and posted it on her Instagram and on her Facebook. Another thing, at the beginning of this video, I said that she owns, I believe it was 9 businesses altogether. However, as of today, correction, she owns 20 businesses. Now, in my opinion, personally, it's kind of difficult to handle 20 business. It's difficult to handle 2 businesses. However, 20 businesses listed under your name, I don't even understand why investors trusted her with their money. There's no way I would have ever trusted her with a dime of my money because there's no way that you could be successful running 20 businesses. And the real kicker for me is I never believed she was homeless, as I stated at the beginning of this video. Now, after researching and deep diving, I found this information. I'm not going to release the person's name. If they would like to come out, hey, do you. But this is what the message says. I'm telling y'all, I know for a fact she was never homeless, period, exclamation point. I know her for real, her family and all. Even they know she's been doing grimy shit, excuse my French. Her husband was a drug dealer, went to jail a few years ago for 8 years, but not drug related. He started that concrete business. She's been trying to get his name off the business since he's been locked up. If I'm sure, she's still married to him. That man really loved her. He would have never let her be homeless. I knew that was some BS. I don't even understand how other people didn't pick that up, but moving on, let's get back to the video.
Janay, I hope that you see this, and I hope that you spend time with your kids, and I hope you've learned your lesson.
In the next video, we'll be deep diving Janay's credit education come up and exposing the secrets I'm sure she does not want the public to know. Until then, check out my latest Ashley Grayson video, which is pretty much the blueprint to the possible future of Janay White. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button, notification bell, share with all your little nosy friends who enjoy a scandalous deep dive. And until next time, bye.